A while ago, one of my friends told me of an event that's organized by some foreigners. What they do is they bring what they're not using at home and then asking people if anybody wants it. So basically, they recycle it. They make someone happy. They just find a new home. And I like this idea because I was in a disaster zone before, and that people lacked everything. So even the small things meant a lot for them. And I know you can't just offer the same thing to everyone. So in the end, they need to maybe exchange, they need to share it. And I was thinking, can we somehow implement the same idea to a disaster zone, to an area that needs more than it has? And also turn it into something like a joyful event, make someone happy. So I went there without any expectations, and it actually took me a pretty while to be able to go there. I've been gathering, hoarding different things, shoes, bags, clothes, lots of different things. I've been assessing if I want something at home or not. And I've been just delaying, just keep delaying going there. I think I was a little bit shy. Though, I think also I've been delaying because I'm gonna tell you about it later. So eventually, eventually I went there, and that's because I couldn't just delay it anymore. First of all, I had this pile of stuff at home. Yes, this much. And they made an organization, an event very close by to my house. So maybe 10-15 minutes by walking. And then I finally told myself, come on, you need to go there. And I thought I will just experience the event. I will just get my things, and it would be my excuse to be there, and just that. And then I ended up getting some things. Little, yet that I did get something. One of them was an ice cream spoon. I have an ice cream machine. I'm doing dairy-free, sugar-free, taste-free ice creams at home. And I thought, hey, why not? I might use it. If I won't, I would just bring it back. Now I know the trick, right? There was someone else who also wanted it. So when more than one person wants it, they roll a dice. And whoever rolls the higher number gets it. And no one even checks if you're telling them the truth about the number. So I ended up getting a few things. And I remember there was this moment. I don't know why. I opened my bag. I was looking at something. Then I grabbed the spoon out and I was holding it like an award in my hand. And people were looking at me. And I realized I was smiling. This huge smile. It's not because I have never won anything. It's just, I don't know. It was nice to get something without really thinking about what you should in return. And maybe that's why I was delaying, because I was afraid to get something. And this even made me think about lots of different things. Like, why am I like this? Why am I need to do 10 things just to feel like I deserve one? So self-worth is the issue, of course. And it doesn't matter how smart you are, handsome you are, whatever you are, you can just fill in the blank. People can observe you like that, yet you can have a total different idea about yourself. And it's all about the self-worth. And I remember that I had this very good relationship. And one day she told me, I think I told you about this before, she told me, you don't need to do anything. You already make me happy. Just by existing. This is something you don't hear a lot. And I just couldn't grasp it at that moment. And I'm still doing my best to, I understand the words, yet internalizing something is totally different. So I'm taking small steps. And this weekend, I didn't need to do anything. I just deserved whatever I won just by existing. We all deserve good things just by existing. If we can stop punishing ourselves, we're gonna see that. It was magical. That spoon is magical. I think something is magical. Small gestures, small loves of kind words. I wish we all did that without really thinking about the consequences. I wish we just shared love, happiness with everyone. I wish we could. And even this is like very utopian. I think it's very important to be able to learn to ask for things and get things. I sometimes feel a bit restless to ask things, or I feel restless to get things. And I'll say it again, this was a huge step for me. A very huge step. I wish I had the spoon with me right now. I'm at a place with a nice view. And I forgot to bring the spoon. Yeah, I gotta go.